What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I have an unboxing and first impressions on the Mizuno Morelia Neo 4 made in Japan. Now this is the regular version, not the beta version, so the one with standard U-throw construction, not the like one piece upper. And you guys can see here is the tag, and that is the colorway. And it comes in a standard Mizuno box. So yeah, made in Japan. And then you get the string bag, which is just a plain boot bag, which honestly isn't that nice. I kind of wish Mizuno included like a premium string bag, just because obviously you do pay a good amount of money for these boots. But all we get is this, which kind of sucks in my opinion. So here are the boots, and it is this amazing colorway right here. And I'm just, yeah, this colorway is just super nice. You guys can see leather is nice and soft. But yeah, this colorway, a little bit of gold, a little bit of like navy right there. But yeah, amazing colorway. Let me know what you guys think of this colorway down below, rated 1 through 10. Alright, so with the Mizuno Morelia Neo, I actually never tried the regular version. I did try the beta, which you guys can see right there. And I thought it was pretty good. That is the elite version. This is the made in Japan version, so it's supposed to be a little bit more premium. That boot is excellent, the Neo Beta Elite. And you know, they fit me pretty well. And I just wanted to try these out just because it does have like a U-throw construction compared to like a one piece upper, so I'm pretty sure these will fit me a lot better. And with the Mizuno Morelia Neo line, I feel like they don't really make huge changes. They make small changes here and there every year, and they just make the boot a little bit better every year. Yeah, so I guess we'll talk about the upper. And here we get premium kangaroo leather upper, and from this seam right here across this seam right here, and like the leather upper is just super soft. It isn't like super thick, it is still on the thinner side, but you know, there is still a decent amount of padding to it, so it's still gonna feel like a nice leather touch, but it's gonna be on the thinner side. And straight out of the box, you guys can see that it is pretty soft, and these will just get even softer as you play with them. And then it does transition into this synthetic that is slightly thinner, no real padding to it. And you guys can see this synthetic from Mizuno is actually really nice. You guys can see it actually does like wrinkle, like an actual leather. And so it's actually pretty cool. Honest, it's nice, soft, doesn't really feel firm whatsoever. And it matches like the softness of the upper. Yes, it's a little bit more structured, which is a good thing. But that's mainly because of this Rumber logo here. And this Rumber logo kind of acts more of a reinforcement like material, I guess. So when you're cutting side to side, this actually is going to help with lockdown. But yeah, the midfoot here is actually pretty soft. I'm actually surprised by how like soft the upper is. Moving on to the tongue, it is the same material as the midfoot, so it's still like kind of leather like material. It's not padded whatsoever. It is on the thinner side, and you guys can see there's two like cutouts here in the tongue, so it's going to prevent the tongue from sliding side to side, which I really like, just because I hate when my tongue just goes to the side. But these two cutouts actually does prevent it from going side to side, which I love. And then moving on to the heel, it does have this like microfiber like suede liner, and it's just super soft. Really like it's gonna be really comfortable on feet. And you guys can see there's a good amount of padding, mainly on the top. Here in the bottom, there isn't really that much padding. It's very minimal or nothing at all. But on the top, it's gonna do a really good job of just like locking in your heel so it doesn't like slip up and down. Which honestly, I never had a problem with Mizuno heels. They always fit excellent. So I'm guessing these are gonna be the same. And you do get a little bit of a knitted material here, which honestly doesn't really do anything. One thing that I don't like about these is like the laces, that they kind of feel really thick and like cheap. They kind of feel like just normal cotton laces, and I just don't like them. I've never really liked the Mizuno laces. I always switch them, so I probably will be switching these. Then moving on with the sole plate, it is the same sole plate as the Beta, and you guys can see it is a one-piece sole plate with an external heel counter, which I love. But yeah, this sole plate is pretty good. You know, it does the job. Nothing crazy. It's pretty flexible, but still responsive. So it feels nice underfoot. The midfoot's nice and stiff. And the stud pattern, it is all conical studs. So you can use these on FG and AG. They're pretty safe. And yeah, the sole plate overall does a really good job. That makes the boot pretty light. This boot doesn't feel heavy at all. But yeah, it's a really nice sole plate in my opinion. Alright, so now we'll move on to an on feet portion, and I'll let you guys know how they fit and feel on feet. Alright guys, so here we have the cleats on feet, and honestly they fit really well. I was kind of scared. I kind of thought they were going to be a lot slimmer than they actually are, but they actually fit me pretty well. They're pretty comfortable in the midfoot. Um, Usually with like Mizuno Morelia Neos, with the beta, the midfoot was just a little too snug. Like yes, they broke in after a while, but straight out of the box they did feel a little snug. But these actually fit really nice in the midfoot. You guys can see they kind of wrap my foot perfectly. I don't really have any pinching anywhere. I don't have too much flaring, which is nice. Usually I do have flaring, obviously like this, but when I have my foot just planted, I don't really have that much flaring. The leather feels excellent in the toe box, and the midfoot is still nice and soft. And the transition between leather and synthetic is pretty seamless. It's not really a harsh transition, so you don't really feel it as much, which is nice. The heel feels nice and locked in. It's super padded there. Yeah, you can feel like how the padding is just locking in your heel when you push off, or like you go on your toes in this case. But yeah, it feels excellent, and yeah, they're just really comfortable. In terms of sizing, I did go true to size. My preferences and my like foot shape is a little bit weird in terms of sizing, so I know a lot of people recommend going half size down just because there is a little bit of space left over, but it just depends on personal preference at the end of the day. In terms of the width, like I said, they do fit me and I do have a wider foot. So if you guys want like a neo pair, I would recommend getting just the standard version. The beta might be a little too narrow just because like the midfoot won't expand as much. This one, since it is a U-throw construction, you just have more adjustability in the midfoot. And so if you have a wider foot, I recommend getting this model. And yeah, I'm just excited to get these to the field and try them out. Alright, and now I'll leave you guys with my final thoughts. Alright guys, so overall the Mizuno Morelia Neo 4 Japan is an excellent boot. Like it's super comfortable. It fits me pretty well for my wide foot. The kangaroo leather here in the forefoot is just super premium soft, and like the transition is nice and seamless. And I just can't wait to get these on the field. I will be doing a playtest, so make sure you turn on the bell notification so you're notified for that video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions on this boot, just let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.